everybody, this is Elisa from Menck Arts and Crafts, and today we are going to do a post review. And today's post review is of my favorite kit that I have ever finished to date, and that is actually of the first custom that I've ever done. And this is the custom of an image that I actually took. So this is my own personal artwork, a photograph that I took and edited and kind of gave a little bit of a painted look to it. So this is the image Fierce Foo. I'm the artist, and I had this custom done from Jaded Gem Shop. So it is a 45 by 60 round drills, 45 colors, resin rounds. I started it on the 1st of June, finished it on the 9th of June, and it took me 22 hours and 42 minutes. And for our details, this is the image, so you can see that is a beautiful, beautiful image. That is a foo dog that I took a photo of in Beijing at a temple in Beijing, and I edited it and kind of gave it this kind of like less distinct look to it, so that way it would render better into a diamond painting. So with this, my overall thoughts for it that I had here, it was my 3rd finish in June, 67th finish of all time, and my 20th finish of the year. And those were the stats that you would have kind of already gotten from the month in review. But we're going to kind of go a little bit more in depth than what we could get from the month in review, because I wanted to kind of go a little bit more into this. Sorry, I was adjusting my camera, felt a little bit off. So now we're going to go a little bit more in depth on this because it was such a stunning image. And this was my first time doing a custom, and I want to kind of go over that process a little bit for you in this image and everything else. So when you order a custom from Jaded Gem Shop, you have to have the artist's permission. Since I was the original artist, that was super easy because I basically it was like giving Jade permission to do my own artwork, and I have the copyright with my own name and everything embedded into all of the photographs that I take. So when I upload the photograph to send it to her, that's something that you can look into the metadata of the photograph and see, oh hey, this is my own artwork, and that's easy enough to do. But on Jaded Gem Shop, there is a form for customs that you fill out, and it has the information in there, and it's got a spot where you can upload a document or a photograph or a screenshot or anything that shows that you have the proof that you have the artist's permission to do a custom. And that's how basically Jade makes sure that you have permission to do the artist's basically to do a custom in this artist's work, because she wants to make sure that she is only doing licensed work, whether it's a custom or the work that you see in her shop. And once I did that, I actually started the process over a holiday weekend, so it took a few days longer than it normally would, because of course it was a holiday weekend, so I didn't expect to hear anything over the weekend or anything like that. But after a few days, you'll hear back, and with some example like mock-up renders, the computer rendered version of like a rough, this is what it would look like at each of these sizes. Would you prefer round or squares? These are the sizes. And then you kind of get an idea of what it would look like. And then you can pick what size you want. And that's going to dictate, of course, with all of Jaded Gem Shop canvases, you can pick round or square, and you can pick different sizes. I kind of knew I wanted this to be a smaller canvas, and I knew with this large subject that I didn't need to have a massive canvas because this is going to be an obvious subject. And yes, there's a little bit of detail, but it's not a ton of detail in the subject, and I didn't need detail in the background, so I didn't mind if this ended up being less detailed. And I wanted rounds because, of course, you guys know I love my rounds. So I wanted a round, and I went with kind of a smaller size, so I ended up with a 45 by 60, and it ended up being the absolute perfect size for this image. I decided to do no special drills for it because, again, when you do special drills, you want to either highlight or accent things or potentially dim other areas. But usually it's like you're highlighting or accenting certain aspects of the canvas. And there's so much color back here, I felt like I didn't need any special drills to accent anything on this image. I felt like it was the subject needed to be as was. I didn't need any bling around the background. I didn't want to detract from my foo dog in the foreground. So no special drills for this canvas. I just did it as was. There was a good blend of confetti and color blocking. There are a couple symbols that I find regularly on the Jaded Gym Shop rounds that when I have my light pad in the back, because I use a large light pad that's like actually larger than this canvas basically, that when I work on some of those symbols, I do have to turn my light pad off. So that way I can distinguish those symbols from each other, because they do tend to look pretty similar with the light pad kind of blowing them out. But once I turn the light pad off, I can see them just fine. The other way I can do it is if I have my light pad on and then I move this light that's kind of my overhead like lamp that's my canvas lamp that I'm using as my filming arm. If I have that light close to my light pad, or close to my easel where my canvas is, and then I have the light on shining on the canvas to kind of counter the underlight, then I can see those symbols just fine. But that's like one of those small things that I found is tends to be an issue with a couple of the symbols in the Jaded Gym Shop rounds. I've only done mystery squares. I haven't done any of the non-mystery squares to know if that's something that's an issue in the squares as well. These are the drills that I had left over, so you can see plenty of leftover drills. There was so many colors in here. I'm going to turn on the annoying overhead so you can see the brightness of these colors with the ring light kind of shining on it. But you can see, look at those beautiful teals. These drills were very, very nice. I had I don't track my trash, but I didn't have anything that was like super trashy or anything else. I had a lot of, the 939 was a really common color, and a lot of reds, and I only had like a tiny little bit of actual 310 in this entire canvas. The largest colors, as you can see in here, were the 939 and the 413. Those were the two largest, and then this 3816, this kind of tealish color right here. Those were the largest colors in the entire canvas. And like you can see how beautiful these drills are. I mean, look at that. Look how pristine the bottoms of these drills are. That's a perfect example of how like nice they are. And there's like only like one or two you see stuck together right there. But that's how beautiful these drills are. Like, look at those bottoms. You can also see how staticky those drills are there. But beautiful, beautiful drills. Look at that. That's phenomenal drills in there. And all of the drills looked fantastic. No issues with those. But that's how many leftovers I had in here for those colors. And now we're going to take a look at the canvas, which was stunning. And it is probably one of the sparkliest canvases ever. I mean, look at the sparkle and glimmer. And this is why I love doing rounds so much, because it gives such a beautiful, beautiful look. This is one of the canvases that after I move, this is one that I do want to have like hanging up on my wall in my office, because it is just a dream. And look at that. Look at the detail. It really gives that patina on the bronzing of the statue. You've got the beautiful detail of the necklace or the collar with the bell for the foo dog, like the face and the head of the foo dog. It's beautiful. And you have just enough detail back here to tell that you're looking at like the eaves of the temple, because this was a round temple that was like a tiered round temple. So you're seeing the different levels of it. So when I was working on this background up in here was pure confetti right there. And then all of this was so many different shades of orange and red right here to give all of this was pure confetti. And then if you look at this section here, you think, oh yeah, it's just darks, but this was sheer confetti as well to give the detail that you're seeing in this area, pure confetti. And then we come down into this section with all of the color there. That was again with the painted sections of the temple was pure confetti here. And then we come down into this section, which was like where I got a little bit of the color blocking, because I did have some color blocking on this little pole, this like round pole or whatever you call it for the temple, and a little bit of color blocking over here on these ones that you see. And then we come into the body of our foo dog, and it looks like it's solid black here, but it was not. This was a blend. There was a couple patches of color blocking. We did have some of the 939 color blocking down in here with some 310 mixed in, and then some other shades of blue and black. Some other shades of blue kind of interspersed. So it gives this really, really subtle. It's hard to tell in here the shades, but it's not solid. There's like probably 3 or 4 different shades of blue or black right down in here, giving it this shadowing color. And then you come down into the feet, and it was such a gorgeous, gorgeous gradation and blend. And I love how the colors went. And I loved, and like, I'm not somebody that enjoys doing confetti, but this is one of those times where it was a small enough canvas and there was just enough color blocking with the areas of confetti, and it totally paid off, because this is one where the end image totally just blew me away, seeing how fantastic and incredible this looked when it was done, because it was 1000% absolutely totally worth every last ounce of it. And I love this. I'm kind of like, I would love to, in a way, like I don't really like doing squares if I can get away with it, but I'm like really intrigued to see what this would look like in a similar size in squares. I'm like, what would this look like as like a 45 by 60 square? I'm kind of intrigued. I'm like, would this look just as stunning? I'm like, but I'm like, I don't know that I want to do, like, I love it, but I'm like, do I really want to do like a square canvas? Because, you know, you guys know how I feel about my squares. If I can do it in rounds, I'll do it in rounds. But I'm like, this was just so absolutely stunning. Every last little bit of it. I had absolutely no issues with the adhesive. I love the fact on rounds that you don't have to worry about gapping, because you've got the color in the background. And the drills were placed like the way that her rounds are and the symbols are, like, even with my imperfect placement, I think there's like 1 or 2 spots, if you see right there, where I didn't place perfectly and you can kind of see a symbol. So those I'll like scooch over a little bit. But the symbol choices are such that you don't have to worry about having visible symbols underneath your rounds, which is something that I really annoys me on round drill canvases that don't have the right symbols chosen. But these look fantastic. You've got the perfect color balance underneath to give it that perfect look. And I mean, look how stunning this is. It's like every last ounce of it. And I know it's like it's not a lot to really talk about in a post review, because there was really no issues to it, minus those couple of symbols that were kind of hard to distinguish from each other under the light pad. But they were completely fine to the naked eye. I had no issues seeing them, which that's something that I've noticed I've had issues with on a couple different Jaded Gem Shop rounds. Well, I think there's 3 rounds that I've done so far from Jaded Gem Shop, and I've had that same issue in all 3 of them. And I haven't done any. I have a couple squares in my hoard from her, because there were ones that I really wanted to go as small as possible. But I haven't worked on those yet, because I've only done the mystery kits, which are all black and white. So obviously you don't have to worry about not being able to see the symbols there. But like this, absolutely stunning. And like, if you're looking for a really high quality round drill canvas, I highly recommend going from Jaded Gem Shop. And especially when you want to be able to pick and choose and be like, oh, hey, I want to work on, pick the image that you want. And this was absolutely stunning. And I'm like, I've got 4 more images lined up that I want to order customs for, but I'm trying to like finish some more kits that I have in my stash and in the hoard before I order more customs. But I think they're all 4 paintings that my mom has done that I'm going to order as customs to do some of her artwork in diamond painting form. And then I have 2 more photos that I've taken that I've got to do as customs that I've already ordered and I already have as customs. I just need to actually do them. But look at this. This is Fierce Foo. And it's kind of cool being able to say, okay, here's custom for Elisa M. Fierce Foo, knowing that this was my own artwork in custom form. I mean, like, look at this. I just can't get over how incredible this turned out, in like the detail for it. It was absolutely perfect. Exactly what I was picturing in my head when I picked this image to get it turned into a diamond painting. This is exactly what I was picturing it to be. I wanted like this look to my foo dog, and then kind of like the less detail, but still the idea of the temple here, where it's not this perfect, pristine, crisp background, because I wanted your attention to be drawn to the foo dog. And that's exactly what we got. Is you see the foo dog, but you know the foo dog is in front of the really vibrant, colorful temple, but your focus is right here on the foo dog. And that's exactly what it is. So anyways, enough ranting and raving. I just really wanted to talk specifically about this canvas and just say, if you're on the fence about ordering a custom, I highly recommend ordering a custom from Jaded Gem Shop. It was super easy to do, and it took I think from time to, let me actually tell you, I can tell you exactly how long, because I track when I ordered to when I receive. So I can tell you exactly how long it took me to receive this canvas from when I ordered it. So I ordered this on I ordered it on the 30th of November. So basically right around I ordered it on Thanksgiving weekend, so it did take a little bit longer because I ordered it on Thanksgiving weekend, and I received it on the 17th of January. So that includes the holidays. So Thanksgiving weekend, 30th of November to 30th of December. So it took me like to the middle of January. So that was like, what, six weeks to receive this as a custom? That's not bad at all. Like a 6-week period of time to get this in as a custom. And that included the back and forth to make sure of like saying of the emails of making sure that this was the size that I wanted and saying, yep, that looks good, all of that. But yes, phenomenal. Did not have it take too long or anything, and it is stunning. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. I hope you guys enjoy seeing the beauty that is Fierce Fu in all of its glory. He is phenomenal. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.